Right, hello again, welcome. I'm back doing my channel, back from the Christmas holidays, been spending time with the kiddywinks, so yeah, back in November, this game came out, Satisfactory. Yeah, so I'm 100 hours in. I'm loving the game so far. It's both challenging and brilliant and all those other fantastical words I can't think of right now, but yeah. Right, so yeah, I've got to phase 3 and I did one part of the 3 things that you needed to do for the space elevator, space station project rebuild or whatever it's called. I haven't played on this for the entirety of the Christmas holidays, which is nearly 2.5 weeks. So yeah, and you know, I lack of sleep because other things going on. I really can't remember much. I do remember that I thought, let's make a YouTube series for this. So I'm going to create a new game and start fresh. Hopefully I won't fall into the can't speak now. I won't fall into some of the pitfalls I have on my original game, which I will continue in my own time once you know, I have an hour or so to myself. But now, but I'd do this. Now I'd come and do this. So yes, we'll call it a session to YouTube. Now, for those who want to buy the game and don't want to have too many spoilers, I'm going to skip the intro. And not to make it sound like it's unnecessary, but for first-time players, you know, doing the onboarding process will be very beneficial for you, because it's basically a tutorial. Tells you how to get things done. Obviously, already know that, so I'll be starting at tier 1. I'll most likely have everything unlocked that are the basics, and I'll show you all that when I get in there. So yeah, I don't know whether to hit the grass fields but relocate my hub, you'll see that in a minute, into a new area of the grassy fields, because I was right up on one end. I'll show you on a map shortly, and I kind of got stuck in that little area, and when I tried to branch out it became quite complex, and I felt maybe if I did it in the center, brought all the resources to the middle, it would have been easier rather than trying to scoop it all down to the bottom. And yeah, so it's a thought process which I'm going to have to go through while playing these. Now I'm just waffling on instead of actually getting into the game, and you see me fail big time because I can't do this. My math isn't always right. So I am definitely not an advanced pioneer yet. So maybe that's a replay for another day. I don't know. See, I might just go with that one. I know what's happening, I know what's there. It might be a good start for the channel series. And then obviously, you know, when you start you could have a quick, you know, get to stage, you know, complete stage phase 2 and yeah, right, let's restart, but I'll start on a new one and get back up and see if it was quicker or better and so on. But yeah, let's just start the game. No, not there. Grasslands, thank you. Yeah, start game. I'm not awake yet. Not awake yet. Right. Blah 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 blah. Cheats never. No, I don't want cheats never anyway. Right, player. I think that's right. Last time I just pressed start and just jumped into it. Never really looked at the options. Right, so yeah. Objective: build the hub. So okay, so it started me with some basic materials, pretty much the ones you need to get a start head. Right, and it's put me right in the middle of the grasslands, which technically is where I want it to be. So that's good, I'm thinking. Right. Yeah. Okay, right. So let's get building, eh? Hub, right. Let's just whack the hub down there. There we go. Take a seat, sir. Right, let's open this. Now, yes, it's still Christmas calendar, but the question is, should I empty this of all its resources that it gives me for free and stick them in a chest and use them once I'm a bit further in the game, so it's not technically cheating? Or do I just leave it alone because, you know, I'm not really supposed to be playing it with the extra bonus of that? It's a question from a moral standpoint. I quite like the idea of having a nice big box full of stuff I could come to help progress a little bit quicker. Obviously, if you're thinking of getting the game, this event isn't going to be on forever. I don't actually know how long it is on for. So, but I might just, you know, ignore it. Do I ignore it? Do I do it? See, this is, I can't really tell me what to do because, one, I'm not actually streaming, so you're not going to answer me live, are you? And then I'm going to have to make a decision fairly quickly. So let's go here.
Welcome to Fixmas, an official Fix-It seasonal event, brought to you by official Fix-It Fun engineers. Fixmas is based on a seasonal holiday popular in several cultures and religions, often seen as a winter holiday because no one actually cares about Australasia. The event is vetted to be 100% pioneer-appropriate fun and is not obligatory. Fixmas enables many new distracting activities focused on building the giant Fixmas tree. These activities involve the MAM, the Fixmas calendar, and those abominations falling from the sky. There is more, but I don't care. In the interest of us all, I will tell you that Fixmas has caused stress, lack of focus, general despair, and physical injury to many pioneers. It is the worst scoring event ever created by Fix-It, and has gotten backlash for its blatant cultural inappropriateness. So when you inevitably change your mind and decide to disable this event, you will have chosen humanity and kittens and puppies, you will have chosen truth and empathy, you will have made me proud. This data cartridge contains the Fixmas MAM tree setup and will need to be fed into the MAM database to unlock its first 2 branches. If this seems convoluted and/or boring, and you wish to quit the event, I will understand. Fix-It wants you to know that you matter.
Yes.
I thought I had destroyed every copy of this tape. How does it keep turning up? No matter. Ignore it. There's nothing interesting on it anyway. In fact, listening to it causes hallucinations, and eventually, after 7 days, your brain melts. For your own sake, I advise avoiding it at all costs. By equipping this new hat at the lockers in the hub, you can finally turn your mental state into a fashion statement. Nothing says "Happy Holidays" more than the inevitable destruction of local flora and fauna with a festively decorated vehicle. This vehicle decoration can be found in the customizer. This data cartridge enables the last branches of the Fixmas Man tree to be unlocked, which means we will both be celebrating the end of this event soon. A reminder that human creativity does have its limits, considering their obsessive insistence on continuing to make slightly different versions of every Fixmas song ever imagined. That's just poetic. I appreciate a good joke.
Right. 1. 3. Not found 2 yet.
Turning explosives into a recreational activity is exactly the kind of attitude that led humanity to its doom. By all means, have fun. I certainly will, now that we are finally close to the end of this event.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23. Got to find 23. Still haven't I? Oh dear, I can't see it. I have done this before, honest. Oh, I've done 13. Not 13, 23, you muppet. Oh, looking for the wrong number already. 22. I found 23. It's there on the complete womble. Right, so I think that's it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 25, 25, 24, 24.
Someone is detected at the front door.
What are they now? They need to get my attention. They can ring the doorbell. I've got a ring doorbell, and I've noticed since people notice I've got a ring doorbell, they just stand there waiting for me to come to the door or answer through the ring doorbell. It's like, well, because I've got a ring doorbell, don't mean to say you have to forego the normal ding dong part of the delivering a parcel or needing the person that's supposed to reside in the property. What number am I looking for? I've done them all. I need to wake up. I shouldn't have started playing until I had fully woken up. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Done. I am so sorry. My eyesight failed me there. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick all that stuff that I got for free in this tub because I don't really require it just yet. And look at that. I've got something to fall back on if I need to. Obviously, some of the stuff I can't actually use yet. Some of the stuff I don't need to use or want to use, although it'd help greatly for them. Really, that's the only thing I really wanted, just them. The rest, you know, I could make on my own during gameplay, and you know, so yeah. So I'm 16 minutes into this video, give or take a minute or two. I really don't know how many. Yeah, nearly 16 minutes in, and so far all I've done is waffle on, get confused by a calendar, and built my mum at my pub, not my mum. So you know, it's all good stuff. Now I have to remember where everything is to start getting stuff built. So yeah, and trying to think of an action plan to get things done in a more timely fashion. Now, judging by my location, I know there's iron over there, there's limestone there, there, and there. There's some more iron over there. So let's start running. And I've got a bad guy already, so let's equip that. Well, that's cheeky. Sideways butt. I'll take that. Is there another one?
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Right. We've got a normal, and we've got a normal. So, the ore nodes around the world are as follows. You have impure, you have normal, and then pure. And on occasion I found one called temp, but I've not actually gone to see what it means by temp. I'd imagine it means temporary, which is weird. I need to obviously explore that more. I've not really touched much of the world. I kind of just lived in a tiny little slice down the bottom of the map. Right, so what I need to do is create power, get it over here so I can power the iron miners and smelt and constructors and get some kind of basic backbone getting going, because yeah. Takes a long time to do it yourself, but I haven't done this for a while, I don't know. Can I keep on going until I stop? Looks like it did. Right, so there's the limestone. Another limestone just there, I believe. Oh, hiccups. So let's try. I do believe there's copper just there. There's copper near that bridge, I do believe, on the mountain, but that's a long way away. And then there's 2 more iron over there. There's a buttload of iron over there. But there's so many in this area, but they're either normal or impure. So there's a lot of it because you're going to need a lot of it to be able to get the amounts that you require from each node to be able to produce the kind of things you're going to need to produce. And trust me, you think it's bad, it only gets much worse, but in a good way. It's like, here's a challenge, let's see if you can meet it. I don't know whether to actually move my hub over here for the temporary interim. I had a plan, you know. I thought, right, let's make a YouTube channel and put loads of good content on. I've done a bit of Minecraft, done a bit of 7 Days to Die, but all that's changed again, and I keep changing my mind of what to do on said games. And then again, I thought, let's do a Satisfactory one, because it'd be interesting for people to see how someone that's played the game starts the game. However, I forget it's me that's playing the game, and I set this big plan out thinking, yeah, let's do it that, and I'll do that, and then I can put that there and do that. And then I'm actually playing the game and thinking, right, now what do I do? Completely indecisive, don't know what to do, don't know where to start. I think I should really just start small and then just build up after I get to the point where I can actually build up. So, yeah, so I can build miners, smelter, constructor, biomass, got conveyor belts, and I've got storage bins. Okay, so basically what the onboarding does, it starts by saying build the hub, you know, build a workshop, build this, build that. So I'm going to build the workshop on that side and do it this side. Just there. Yeah, so that's yeah, I've got these two. These two are my fuel generators, or power generators, biomass. I stick leaves in. Oh. There you go, biomass, leaves, magella and wood. That's how much you can get. So I can craft biomass at the current moment and it'll burn 6.667 per minute. So, you know, that's one every 10 seconds. So, yeah. And leaves 80 per minute. So, you know, you just need to find the best one for the thing. And biomass would be the best thing. But first, I have to find the leaves and the wood, magella, and turn it into biomass, which is a whole process in itself. These ones generate 20 megawatts of power. So this is 40 megawatts of power. I can build standalone burners and they will produce 30 megawatts of power. But again, I'm just trying to plan things out in my head. I'm sorry, my brain is in overdrive. Like, wait, if I put that there and I can build that. If I keep everything where it is, I can put that there and stick that there. Right. So, aside from building a few things to get some parts being made so I can start building and making stuff, I've got tier 1 to do. So foundations would be the first place to go, logistics definitely, and then the research. So I definitely need all 3 in tier 1 fast. So definitely need to get iron up and running and copper up and running so I can build these things, and limestone up and running. Yeah, maybe if I just do simple stuff and get it going, and then I can expand when I get further into it. You know, let's not try and chew more than I can. Yeah, bite off more than I can chew, and then we can work on the tier 2 stuff after. So this is how I played the game originally on my first playthrough. I came and I just opened everything, unlocked it all straight away. I didn't upgrade, I didn't replan, rethink, and build out and build to allow for expansion. So I had to basically unbuild it, delete it down, dismantle everything, and rebuild it again to be bigger and better. And having to rebuild and take down, rebuild, take down was a bit of a, well, ball ache, basically. I guess in one way it was kind of fun and slightly challenging to try and rebuild everything in a more logical, logistical way and getting things to where they need to be in a more timely fashion. But it's also more of a so my brain's giving me an idea again, and I'm thinking it through, and that stops me from talking. Right, I really need to start something because now we're half an hour in and I've done nothing else because I'm just standing here running around thinking about what to do. So let's go get the basics up and running, because I kind of want to end each episode at around about 40 minutes. So you're not sitting here for hours watching me plod along. Right, so let's get a miner on one of these nodes here, and we'll plonk it like that. And I can't put a miner there because it's broken. Ha. Bring you out like that. Right. So now we need a smelter here. Turn that round, that'd be helpful. Right, smelter's with view. Now, if we go into here, we can see we're doing 60 ore per minute. And if we go iron ingots, we can do 30 per minute. So this could go between 2. However, I don't yet have a splitter to be able to split it off into 2. So it's just going to have to go to the 1 for now. And then that constructor, that would go to that. I have to be careful. Because I don't want to not have enough stuff left to be able to build what I need to build. Right. For the interim, I will take some leaves. Let's just also pick this up. Because I don't have enough resource to create a fully fledged biomass station. And I need to run around, got some leaves to be able to create some power, and this is the easiest way to do it. Basically run around and grab leaves. In fact, this is the only way to do it. A little bit too close to that. I'm not worried about doing the Christmas event as such. Ooh, that's too long. See, I've only got got 500, so I need a wee bit more than that. So I have 2 burners. Obviously, I don't have enough to warrant the use of both burners, so what I might just do is create this pole is here. And take this as far as I can. Get the power over here. There we go, stopped. Let's bring it there. I'm not worried about what things look like at the beginning, I think I'll just let it flow. Bring it here then. Now, what I'll do is I will stick this one there, and then off this one, I'll take it this way. Like that. And then what I'll do, see what resources I've got there. If I press the right button, I don't have much resources left. I can build a constructor, so I'll just plonk him there, and then I'll make another one of them, plonk it there, and then attach all that together. We'll get power from these to that, and then what we'll do is tell this to make concrete, and then we've got concrete ready to be turned on. Come over here, and we'll get power to that, power to that, and then we'll make this and put it here. How many more constructors can I build? At least 3, so let's put sheets, rods, what is it? our cable. I can only make 2. I need to power them as well. So organisation. I can make 2 more boxes. So let's what's on there? What's on there? It's going to be messy at first, but you know, you need to get things going. So we'll leave that like that. We'll leave that like that. That needs power. That needs power. You know, I could have just turned it off and then turned it on. Once I'd gotten, but if I was to add up all the power that I need, all of these aren't connected yet, but then I haven't got any ingots to be able to smelt and change them. See, I'm getting ahead of myself already. You know what I mean? See what's my problem is when I'm playing this game? I know what I need to do, but I just don't do it in the right order. So, but anywho, let's go to this one. And let's stick in that. Now everything over there should be lit up and processing and powering up. Yeah. Takes a while for the miners to start. Get some light. But now that's doing. Yeah. 4 ingots. Sheets. Boom. Right, all the rods. I'm already dead in the water. Max connected 22. Oh yeah, I've only got one connected, aren't I? Yeah, I'm thinking 30. Deal with. Already made a blunder. Already made a blunder. But we don't worry about it. I knew where I went wrong instantly. I did too much to the power grid and it trips the fuse. So delete the one that's taking the too much more power. And yeah. Right. Now I've got 40 megawatts of power available to me. I will be able to connect that constructor, or both those constructors. Yeah, I've got 2 cables available. So that allows for both the plates and sheets to be produced. Over here, grab that and then split that, stick half in there, half in there, and then I can add power back to that one. perfect. That's nice. So, take them again. Stick on sheets. I should really have done the logistics so I could get splitters up and running, mergers, and then I could get more going on. All the way back over here now. Yeah, a lot of walking to be done. I haven't mastered that trick. Hub, yeah. Logistics. Yeah, definitely logistics. Need to get copper up and running as well then. So I need to go find a copper vein and get copper going. So let's do that. And I ain't got nearly enough resources to swap it in. I'm going to need some to build the things I need to build. Have we got any miners left? I've got 2 miners left. I only need 1 miner. Excuse me. Right. Right, I think I'll leave this episode right here. Join me in the next for the acquirement of copper. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave comments, subscribe, help a guy out, and I'll see you in the next episode.